Hello, English learners. Do you want to improve your spoken English? Do you want to talk to people with confidence? Then, you need to master the art of conversation. This is your guide to becoming a confident English speaker. Conversations are like bridges. They connect people from different places, cultures, and backgrounds. When you can speak English well, you can connect with more people. You can share your thoughts and ideas. You can learn new things and make new friends. Learning a new language is like learning to dance. It takes time and practice. But don't worry. With the right steps and guidance, you'll be conversing fluently in no time. Let's begin our journey to becoming confident English speakers. Are you ready to start chatting? Let's go. Starting a conversation can be a little scary, especially in a new language. You might feel a rush of nerves, your heart might race, and you might even hesitate, wondering if you'll say the right thing. But remember, these feelings are completely normal. But don't worry, it's easier than you think. With a little bit of courage and a positive attitude, you can overcome these initial jitters. Remember, everyone feels a little nervous sometimes. Even the most confident people have moments of doubt. It's a shared human experience. The important thing is to try. Taking that first step, no matter how small, is crucial. It's the beginning of building new connections and friendships. The key is to be friendly and approachable. A warm smile and a genuine interest in the other person can make a world of difference. Smile and make eye contact with the person you want to talk to. This shows that you are open and interested in engaging with them. Simple greetings go a long way. A friendly hello or hi can set a positive tone for the conversation. Hello or hi is always a good start. These basic greetings are universally understood and appreciated. You can follow this with a friendly "how are you?" or "how's it going?" These questions show that you care about the other person's well-being. You can also start a conversation by asking a question. Questions are a great way to show interest and keep the conversation flowing. This could be about the weather, their day, or something you have in common. Finding common ground can make the conversation more engaging. For example, "Lovely weather today, isn't it? Busy day?" Or, "Are you enjoying the party?" These are simple, yet effective conversation starters. Remember, the first step is the hardest. But once you take it, you'll find that the conversation becomes easier. Once you start talking, the rest will flow naturally. Conversations have a way of developing their own rhythm. So go ahead, break the ice, and start a conversation. You'll be surprised at how rewarding it can be to connect with others. Congratulations, you've started a conversation. Now how do you keep it going? The key is to be engaging and show genuine interest in what the other person has to say. Listen attentively to their responses and acknowledge their points. One way to keep the conversation flowing is by asking thoughtful follow-up questions. If they mention something interesting, ask them to tell you more about it or elaborate. For example, if they say "I had a busy day," you could ask, "Oh, really? What kept you busy today?" Another way to maintain the conversation is by sharing your own thoughts and experiences related to the topic. This shows that you're actively listening and are genuinely interested in the conversation. Remember, a conversation is a two-way street. It's about sharing and listening to each other. So, be present, be engaged, and keep the conversation flowing naturally. Showing that you're interested in what the other person has to say is crucial for a good conversation. It makes the other person feel heard and valued. Your body language can do a lot of the talking. Use phrases like, "That's interesting," "Really?" or "Tell me more about that." These phrases show that you're paying attention and are eager to learn more. Nodding your head and making eye contact are also good ways to show interest. Asking questions is another great way to show interest and keep the conversation going. Ask open-ended questions that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. This encourages the other person to elaborate and share more. For example, instead of asking "Do you like movies?" ask "What kind of movies do you enjoy watching?" The more interested you are, the more engaging the conversation will be. Section 5. Did you hear about sharing your thoughts and stories? A conversation is a two-way street. While it's important to listen and show interest in the other person, it's also important to share your own thoughts and experiences. This makes the conversation more balanced and enjoyable for both parties. Don't be afraid to share your opinions, ideas, and stories related to the topic at hand. This shows that you're an active participant in the conversation and are willing to contribute. For example, if the other person is talking about their favorite book, you could share your own favorite book and why you enjoyed it. Remember, sharing your thoughts and stories makes the conversation more personal and memorable. Don't be afraid to let your personality shine through. Sharing your stories makes the conversation more interesting and helps you connect with the other person. Section 6. Awkward silences, no problem restarting a conversation. Have you ever experienced that awkward moment when a conversation suddenly stops? It's like hitting a wall, and you can almost feel the discomfort in the air. Don't worry, it happens to everyone. Even the most seasoned conversationalists encounter these moments. The good news is, there are ways to smoothly restart a conversation and avoid those awkward silences. It's all about having a few strategies up your sleeve. One way is to refer back to something that was mentioned earlier in the conversation. This shows that you were paying attention and are genuinely interested in what the other person has to say. For example, you could say, "You mentioned earlier that you enjoy cooking." This not only brings the conversation back to a familiar topic but also gives the other person a chance to elaborate. "What's your favorite dish to make?" This question can open up a whole new avenue of discussion, allowing the conversation to flow more naturally. Another way to restart the conversation is to introduce a new topic. This can be something related to the previous topic or something completely different, depending on the context. You could say, "Speaking of previous topic, it reminds me of..." This technique helps to create a bridge between the old topic and the new one, making the transition smoother. Or you could ask, "Have you heard about..." This not only introduces a new subject but also invites the other person to share their thoughts and knowledge. Remember, a conversation doesn't always have to flow perfectly. It's natural for there to be pauses and silences. These moments can actually be opportunities in disguise. Don't let a brief silence discourage you. Use it as an opportunity to redirect the conversation. Sometimes, a pause can give you a moment to think and come up with a new angle or topic. It's all about staying calm and confident. The more relaxed you are, the easier it will be to navigate through these moments. So next time you find yourself in an awkward silence, remember these tips. With a little practice, you'll be able to restart any conversation with ease and confidence. Section 7. Well, it was nice talking to you. Ending a conversation gracefully. Knowing how to end a conversation politely is just as important as knowing how to start one. It's a skill that can help you in both personal and professional settings. Whether you're at a social event, a business meeting, or just catching up with a friend, the way you conclude your interaction can leave a lasting impression. It shows respect for the other person's time and leaves a positive, lasting impression. When you end a conversation gracefully, you demonstrate that you value the other person's time and presence. This can help build stronger relationships and ensure that future interactions are just as pleasant. There are several ways to signal that you're ready to end the conversation. You can use both verbal and nonverbal cues to indicate that it's time to wrap things up. For instance, glancing at your watch or gathering your belongings can subtly hint that you need to leave. You can say something like, "It was really nice talking to you, but I should get going now." This phrase is polite and straightforward, making it clear that you enjoyed the conversation but have other commitments to attend to, or "I've got to run, but it was lovely catching up with you." This is another friendly way to end a conversation, especially if you're in a more casual setting. It conveys warmth and appreciation for the time spent together. It's also polite to give a reason for ending the conversation, even if it's a simple one. Providing a reason shows that you're not just abruptly cutting off the interaction, but that you have a legitimate need to leave. For example, you could say, "I need to grab some lunch." This is a common and understandable reason that most people will easily accept, or "I have a meeting to go to." This is particularly useful in professional settings where meetings and appointments are a regular part of the day. Remember to smile and maintain eye contact as you say goodbye. These nonverbal cues reinforce your words and help convey sincerity and friendliness. Ending the conversation gracefully ensures that both you and the other person feel respected and valued. It leaves the door open for future interactions and helps maintain a positive relationship. So the next time you find yourself needing to end a conversation, remember these tips to do so with grace and respect. Section 8. You've got this. Practice and confidence. Congratulations on learning these useful tips for mastering daily English conversations. Remember, the key to becoming a confident English speaker is practice. Don't be afraid to start conversations with people. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you will become. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, especially when learning a new language. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Use the phrases and tips you've learned in this essay. Try starting conversations with different people in various situations. The more you use your English, the the more fluent you will become. Remember, every conversation is an opportunity to learn and grow. So go out there, start chatting, and enjoy the journey of becoming a confident English speaker. What are your favorite conversation starters? Share your thoughts and keep practicing.